201
reserve his assent and rather send this to the president.
वो तो 200 में होता है ना आर्टिकल.
Now this is where
201 में नहीं होता, 200 में.
believe that there is absolute veto to the president because Article 201 does not spell out what is the time period in which he has to send the assent back or the bill back through his signature. Meaning he can get the bill in January. There it does not say when he has to in a way send that bill back or if he has to also. Therefore, there is no time period prescribed by the Constitution for a bill reserved for the president assent by the governor, which in turn means that the president can indefinitely hold on to a bill, in turn also conniving with the governor to hold on to critical legislation which there may be, because the governor is an agent of the center as argued in the concept of what we call as the federalism of India, that he is appointed by the center, he is an executive member. Therefore, there can be and there has been a lot of delay and 7 different bills were being withheld by the governor of Tamil Nadu over this issue of that it has been sent to the president. The president is not sending it back. And this is where the Supreme Court has reprimanded both these executives, the president and the governor, that you have to take action within a prescribed timeline for which they have said 3 months. 3 months is the prescribed timeline in which if a bill has been sent from the governor to the president, it has to be sent back within 3 months. Any delay has to be explained, and if the president is still not sending or the governor is not asking for the bill, then we will use mandamus, which will be command that we will use mandamus, the state legislation. The state CM has the right to use a writ petition under mandamus to then ask for action on the bill itself. Now this is where there's a lot of, you can say, conversation with regards to how the Supreme Court is now dictating to the executive what is their role. So the idea is Tamil Nadu issue in turn has led to this very big conversation, a discourse being created that can the Supreme Court actually argue and direct the president under Article 201 to send a bill back within 3 months or with the time limit of 3 months, and any explanation can be then, it needs to be explained to the state legislation. Further, the use of a writ petition under mandamus is something which is considered extraordinary. That in the federal structure, the state CM is applying under writ petition that there is a bill which is with the governor, it has been sent to the president, there is no inaction, and the judiciary will say, okay, we will ask, we command to the executive to act in the way they should. And this is where the second criticism is something which has been considered to be judicial overreach. Now, according to the author, this is not an overreach.
सही बात है, overreach नहीं.
Of this article is not an overreach. It very categorically says that this is within the right of the Supreme Court, and it may not use mandamus itself, but this is within the right of the Supreme Court to direct to the governor and to the president to give assent in a given time. Even the memorandum which has been issued by the Home Secretary and the MHA says that there has to be a certain time limit within which the state has to receive the assent back from the president or the governor. So this is where the second criticism is not overreach, it is expected and it is within the judicial limit. I'll tell you why. Because we have a very interesting case where there is a concept of parliamentary supremacy and the concept of judicial supremacy, and we are basically in a space where we have